All right, this is going to be video number 3, I believe, for this phone call to Blue Cross, who isn't going to speak to me because I'm not the patient. You know, Blue Cross wouldn't speak to me about Logan's medical bills when he was in ICU dying and then died because I wasn't the policy holder. My child that was 16 years old, who was a minor, that I had custody of, that I laid across for 3 days. I laid across his little body laying on a ventilator dying and then dead. And then afterwards I'm getting $45,000 or $48,000 helicopter bills because Blue Cross hadn't paid those. And when I call Blue Cross saying, hey, I'm getting all these medical bills.
Verification of benefits or coverage is not a guarantee of eligibility or payment. Actual
they wouldn't talk to me
on the terms and conditions of the plan.
About my dead child's medical bills.
All benefits quoted reflect in-network level benefits unless otherwise requested. Your call may be monitored or reported for quality assurance.
My dead minor child.
Some of the members' providers might not be in their health plan network, including facility-based providers.
I said, fine, you don't talk to me. I'll just talk to you. You just listen.
Using a provider who is not in the network can result in significant additional financial costs to the member, depending on the service.
And I talked and talked and talked and talked and yelled and cried and talked and yelled. Till they got sick of it. And they paid that fucking helicopter bill. And then they paid MCV's bills for his ICU so he could die. But, I mean, that's not MCV's fault. There was nothing they could do. Logan did a really good job. Yeah, Logan didn't do that suicide half-assed at all.
Thank you for calling Anthem Medical Management. My name is Sherelle Yarmouth. How may I help you today?
Yeah, I know you may not be able to talk to me because I'm not the patient, but here's the situation. Let me explain it to you first. My husband's been on Remicade IV, like 12, 13, 14 years, since it came on the market in the U.S., basically. He's been on Remicade IV every 6 weeks. And, I think the normal dose is like every 8 weeks or something, so they always get a waiver for him to do it every 6 weeks. And, you know, last year, every few years our insurance company through my husband's employer changes. But we've had you all, you know, a year and a half. Well, last year for 2017, I guess it got approved or whatever, and he got his Remicade just like normal, IV, every 6 weeks. Well, now, this year, it won't get approved. And his doctor, Dr. Jesse, had sent in something to you all saying, no, he can't do the 8 weeks. He needs it every 6 weeks. Well, that got denied. And, I mean, this is like... I don't understand because it's the exact same dose that he's been on for, you know, forever. And, you know, he was able to get it last year through you guys. You know, he always got it through Cigna and Aetna and everybody else we've ever had. So I don't understand what the thing is. Like, my husband... you know, otherwise is a healthy guy, and as long as he gets his Remicade, he's a healthy guy. And he works, 5 or 6 days a week, 12 hours a day with no problem, as long as he gets that Remicade.
Okay. And you're the wife of the patient?
Yeah, I'm his wife, Samantha.
Okay. Is there any way I can speak to him?
Well, that's part of the problem. He's always at work. He leaves here at 4:30 in the morning and gets home about 7 o'clock in the evenings. Because he works forever. I mean, you can try calling can you call his cell phone and let him tell you that you can talk to me?
I cannot, unfortunately, we don't make outbound calls to people.
Okay, because my problem is he doesn't have time at work that he can sit and call and type in all the policy numbers and his birthday and all that good stuff, and then sit on hold and go through 1 or 2 different departments, and he can't do that at work.
Right. Do you know if it's authorization already on file for it from his doctor? Or?
His doctor has sent you all an appeal, because he actually had his last dose just a few weeks ago. And when he was there that day, they gave him his dose, and they told him that he wouldn't be able to have it anymore because you guys would only approve that you had denied his last thing that the doctor sent in to try to make it every 6 weeks, like it's always been.
All right. And let's see. If he's getting the Remicade in the office, that's the doctor's office, is that correct?
Yeah, he goes to Dr. Jesse's office, and they start an IV and give him his Remicade. And it takes about an hour and a half to run in, and then he's done. And he does that every 6 weeks.
All right. I'm currently in training, so let me get you over to one of my colleagues, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, 1 moment.
And this is why Ernie can't call from work. Yeah, did she explain to you what was going on? Oh, okay. Let me tell you what is going on. My husband gets Remicade. He's gotten it for years and years, like 13 or 14 years, every 6 weeks IV. And I think the normal dosage or something is like every 8 weeks. But they've always just, like the doctor fills something out and they do a waiver for him to have it every 6 weeks.
Right.
And my husband's worked for the same company forever, but companies change insurance every few years. And so no matter who, we've always had Cigna and Aetna and United Healthcare and all that stuff, they've always just done the waiver, and he gets his medicine every 6 weeks, and everybody goes on with their life. And we had you guys last year too, and I guess y'all approved the waiver, last year, because he was able to get it every 6 weeks. Well, now this year, for some reason, they won't approve that waiver, and y'all will only approve it for every 8 weeks. And, my husband is otherwise a really healthy guy. And so he's, as long as he gets his Remicade, which he's had forever. And, so he goes and works, 12 hours a day with no problems, as long as he gets his Remicade. So, Dr. Jesse, I guess, filled out, because they said they could only do it every 8 weeks when Dr. Jesse sent in for the waiver. And Dr. Jesse told us we'll just have to, I'll file an appeal and they'll approve it for every 6 weeks. They always do. But y'all didn't. So what do I need to do for my husband to be able to get his medicine?
I was just going to ask, do you have the insurance ID number, and I can see what we have on file for you here?
Yeah. Okay, you want my member ID? I'm under his. It's his work. Okay, it's YTS 627 M 58537.
And name and date of birth.
The what? I'm sorry.
And his name and date of birth.
Ernest Browning Jr. and his date of birth is 12/16/69.
Is he there with you now?
No, that's why I'm saying he's at work. And so I asked the little girl I was just talking to, I said, can you call him and let him tell you that you can talk to me? Because at work, he can't call and enter all the information and sit and wait on hold and talk to 2 or 3 people and...
Right. What we can try to get you to one of the nurses to see if they can do that for you.
The what now?
I could give you the licenses, the intake. I can get you one of the nurses to see if they will be able to do that for you and work it out to get that agreement where we can give confidential information to you as well.
Okay.
Okay. And I can get you back and see if they can help you with that if you would like me to do so. Basically, I'm going to get you to a nurse today to where we're at to kind of explain things as is. So it's kind of where I'm going to be directing things to them and what I would do.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, that's to see if they can do that. Then they'll be able to, if not, call on and make that fax and stuff like that. Might be a possibility to help you out. Hold on just a moment. I'll get you through and see if they can help you with that, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to get you to the nurse. Have your ID number available and let them know that you want to review this and see what you can do to help. And he's kind of stuck at work and nothing to get that problem resolved, and she can help with that with you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hold on just a moment. Please listen carefully to this message. We are currently experiencing long hold times. You may be on hold for up to an hour. Please use the web portal at www.ability.com.
On hold for an hour is what they're saying I'm going to be.
You must have faxed your information to
I'm going to be on hold for an hour. Did y'all hear that? An hour. To talk to person number 4 on this phone call.
Good afternoon, this is Ella. How can I help you?
Oh, okay, yeah. They switched me to you. They said what I need is something to say that I can discuss my husband with you all.
Okay, I need his ID number.
Okay.